Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am JayLeesCorner. This is JLeesCorner. This is my review for Teen Mom 2, Season 10, Episode 7. Y'all don't get how much I was like, man, this show's so boring. I don't know what to do with myself. I need a nap to prevent myself from falling asleep. Okay, I was like, I don't want to do it. And I'm like, if I don't do it tonight, I'm going to never do it again. So let me get through it. Y'all know, honey, we don't care right now. Let's get on to the boring stuff, which is the whole show. We're going to start with the first boring person, which is Chelsea, okay? I don't know why she's on the show, okay? Not saying that anybody on the show has to have drama, but her boringness is boring. Like, how is your boringness boring? Like, it's like, put me to sleep boring. I can be in a coma boring, you know what I'm saying? Don't, operate heavy machinery type boring, because it's gonna put you to sleep. It's team too much, okay? I'm like, y'all keep talking about the same shit. Why are you sitting around chit-chatting about that girl's cell phone? Don't nobody care no more that Aubrey has a cell phone. And then, Aubrey, I gave your cell phone number to Grandma Donna, who was Adam's mama. Oh, I didn't want her to have it. Oh, why not? Because she didn't want her to have it. She's 10. She's 10 and she's not really close with that lady like that. You should not be giving out her phone number. If you don't want her getting phone number out, you should not get the number out. How you gonna give it to? You gave the phone number to Adam's mama for what? Adam mama don't need direct contact with Aubrey. Aubrey don't want the lady calling her at all. And then they make it, why doesn't she want her to have the number? Because she's fucking 10. She wants the phone for her friends, not for Grandma Donna. Grandma Donna should call you. If Grandma Donna wants to talk to Aubrey, she can call you. Or Aubrey or Audrey. Aubrey could have gave Grandma the damn number. You did not have to. Yes, I get you told her that she had a phone because she went over there. But I'm like, girl, I don't care. Well, if Grandma Donna texts you, I respond. Are you sure? Boring Chelsea? Girl, I could not. And I'm like, it's weird. It's not. She's fucking 10. Chelsea, you are aggravating. You raise my anxiety levels. Okay, you give me anxiety. She then go home because they didn't drop Aubrey off. Yeah, Aubrey off to the grandma or whatever. And her and Cole sitting around like, she didn't want her to have a number. Oh my God. What if she comes back and she has Adam's number on the phone? So what? You know how many people have other people's number on their phone who never call them? I have a whole phone full of motherfuckers I don't ever talk to. It don't matter if his number is in her phone. But I don't want her feeling like he gonna call her and he won't. Aubrey is well aware of the fact her daddy ain't shit. Because for the past 10 years and 10 seasons, you have made sure we were aware that Adam has made sure everyone knows he ain't shit. Okay? You need something new. We tired of hearing about how Adam ain't shit. Adam ain't never been shit. Ever. Never been shit. We all know that. Move on to something new. If you have a whole new husband and 3 new kids and a whole new house and all you have to talk about is the father-daughter dance, a goddamn new cell phone, and Adam not being shit, you do not need to be on this show. You should have other things to talk about. Oh, boring heifer. Man, pissed me off. Who cares? Okay, and then we have Leah, who also don't have shit going on. I'll take that back. She halfway don't have shit going on, okay? Because the first half we see of her not having shit going on because her sister having a baby, okay? And she's in labor, okay? And she's getting her water broken, okay? And they giving her some some Pitocin, okay? And the baby pops right out, okay? And the baby daddy is still over there in Costa Rica or wherever he is at, because he can't come here yet, okay? So he saw the baby being born via Skype or FaceTime or whatever video phone his phone has over there. Boom, pow, pow, boom, pow, pow. However, in the meantime, in between time, while her sister's in labor and Leah is there to cut the cord and do all this and do all that, Allie, okay, fell at Corey's house. And when she fell at Corey's house last week, her foot still hurts. So Leah, while she's at the hospital with her sister having a baby, she's calling Corey to say she's also going to take Leah, girl. She's also going to take Allie to get her foot x-ray. I don't know why Corey didn't say I can take her, considering that Leah is at the hospital with her mom, or the girl having the baby. I'm not sure if Corey was at work. Because again, Corey has a whole full-time job. I'm not sure. I feel like Leah, your mama there with your sister, you can leave and tend to your daughter who has muscular dystrophy, who foot fucking hurts. Fuck your sister right now. Okay? Your mama there. Boom, pow, pow. But I'm going to leave that be or whatnot. Okay? And then when sister had a baby, she's like, well, why can't Allie get, leg braces like Forrest Gump? Did you just compare a real human to Forrest Gump? First of all, because she has muscular dystrophy. She don't have just a leg. She ain't got no fucking leg impairment. Her muscles and her legs don't work right. The reason that Allie keep falling is because Leah and Corey don't force her to be in the goddamn wheelchair. I don't care if she wants to seem like other children. The doctors have been telling y'all for years to make her use her wheelchair the majority of the time, because that will build up her leg strength to use it when she sees fit. It's like you charge your goddamn cell phone so that when you're not at home, the battery will last all day. Okay, that's just common sense. Okay, her wheelchair is her battery. Charge her legs up with all the strength. Period. Why she run around any damn way? You think she ain't gonna fall? Girl. And how she felt a week ago, her legs is hurting, but no one thought to take her to the doctor until the IT in labor. Okay, I'm gonna leave that be again. Okay, but later on, Leah takes her to the doctor office. We don't see shit besides them driving down there, and Leah's in the front, basically crying because how strong her daughter is. Because Allie was like, what I'm saying? I don't think I've ever screamed that loud with how much it hurt. And I feel like Allie be doing too much. Allie really be wanting to act as if she's like the other kids. And she is. You don't want to make her feel different. But you have to also explain to her you have limitations in some things. And sometimes you have to calm the fuck down. Okay? Just sometimes, not make her feel alienated or like she, is less than. But we have to also be realistic. They have been telling that girl since she's been going to the doctor for the past 10 years that the older she gets, the less muscle mass that she will have. She needs to conserve her energy. But she be running around, girl, like the fucking Flash. Girl, I ain't got time for that. But, Leah's a great mom. I'm not trying to take anything away from her and Corey. But I feel like to say, I think she may have to use a wheelchair. She should have been using that shit. If she had been using it before, her legs may be stronger. They all made me mad today, okay? And then we have Kale, okay? Good old bitter baby. Kale is a bitter baby mama. She's a good mother to her children, but she is a bitter baby mama to certain baby daddies, okay? When her and Joe first broke up, her and Joe was always at odds because Kale was bitter about Joe and V. When her and Javi broke up, she was bitter about Javi and whoever else. Not saying Javi ain't shit, but Kale has something in her spirit that makes her want to be difficult with the men who she is no longer with, okay? But we're gonna leave that be or whatnot. Now one of her boys, I think it was Isaac, one of the boys is sick. So they were not wanting to go on the trip to wherever they was going before. So they're staying at home or whatever. She then says she asked Joe and Javi if they can start meeting her halfway to exchange the boys. I I would have said no, mainly because Kale moved to be closer to Chris. I'm not driving out my way because you wanted to be close to that motherfucker who was the bad baby daddy. Okay, out of your three, he's number three. Okay, he's down below. Okay, as much as Javi's a goddamn snake and Joe was Joe, they still are great fathers to their children. Chris ain't shit at all. Okay, but I feel like Chris ain't shit because Kale wants to force a relationship, so he dogs her out so she will leave him the fuck alone. Okay, but they got 2 kids now. I'm gonna leave that be too. Anyway, when she asked Joe and Javi to meet her halfway again, since she moved closer to the third baby daddy, they first agreed. She then says Javi was starting to be difficult and said he thought it was only meeting halfway when he was the one driving to drop the kid off. He did not realize it'd be all the time or whatnot. So he don't want to do it because, as she said that he said, I don't want to do anything nice because you mean to me and Lauren, okay? And now Kale is being what's a better baby mama. You move further. Which means you have a further way to drive because you have 4 children now, okay? You chose to have 4 kids with 3 men who live in different places. That's on you, okay? Anyway, so she like, that's bullshit because I don't say shit about Lauren or whatever. And I really, he wants to be difficult when things aren't convenient for him. Kale, just like you. Kale is a great mom. But she's a bitch. Kale is a bitch. Period. And when Kale don't get her way, Kale bitches, okay? Kale then says, but he wasn't saying that when he was trying to fuck me on Tuesday in the Wawa parking lot. I'm like, Wawa, Wally's World, Walmart. First of all, when she said it, I was like, that makes you look fucked up too. It really do. Because who wants to fuck in a parking lot? I'm like, y'all grown as hell. She then brings up how one day, she was at the gas station or whatever. He pulled up and got out the car and said to her, I want to fuck you. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. She then said that she walked away and she left. How did he just out the blue pull up on you at the Walmart parking lot? If y'all don't live, I'm going to leave that be. I think she said they were like, she was one time when she was in the same city or whatever. She then said, and then he be texting me, trying to meet up with me or whatever I'm saying. And he want to come to my house. Like he's willing to drive to my house to fuck, but not to get his son. Now you dog him as a father. And for the most part, it seemed like you have 2 good fathers in your kids' lives. Don't fuck that up because you and Javi on some bullshit want to fuck each other, okay? Kale and Javi, in my opinion, have always had a fucked up relationship since the divorce because Javi didn't want one. He didn't want no divorce. And Kale just wanted to fuck other people. Boom. That's what it was or whatever. She then showed some texts saying how, he been texting me trying to meet up. But the text, to me, the text only showed them trying to meet up. Him like, what you doing? Nothing at home. I'm asleep. Want me to slide through? Well, no, not right now. I'm about to go sign Elisa, whatever it was. My thing is, he asking you to slide through because he's used to sliding through. The text messages prove more points than one. It proves you allow him to come at you like that. My thing is this. If my baby daddy ain't shit, and I know he ain't shit, and I know he has a girl or whatever, I'm not going to entertain this bullshit. He can't come at me like that. Kale has been letting Javi come through and bang that pussy out, okay? And now because she's upset because he will not allow her to meet the whole halfway thing, now she wants to air him out on TV. She then was on social media today, okay, when the episode aired, and she put out I'm so sorry, I'm sorry, or whatever. She said, I want to publicly apologize to Lauren in regards to tonight's episode. She didn't deserve the humiliation she was put through due to a situation between Javi and me. I've been in her shoes and I felt that pain. However, have never experienced that being exploited on TV. I did have a private conversation with her, but owe her a public apology as well. I'm like, but bitch, you are the one who exploited it. You talking as if someone else took something you said and exploited it. No, you did it. You purposely put it on camera because you are a bitter baby mama. We know Javi ain't shit. We know Javi has consistently been a cheater, but you have allowed him to cheat with you. Okay, the same way you did with Joe long time ago. And it's like Kale try to make it seem as if I'm so innocent and my baby daddies are the one that's difficult. No, bitch, it's the reason that you consistently have issues with all three of your baby daddies because you are also an issue. Now, Chris ain't shit as a father. Boom, pow, pow. Javi may still want to bang you. I don't know. But you allow it because that text didn't say shit about don't you dare come to me. Hell no, you can't slide through. You got to go slide up in Lauren. None of it said that. Anybody who does not want to fuck someone who's texting them about fucking in the text chain, you see that, okay? She let us see one snippet of a conversation or whatever because she is engaging in that shit. She's engaging with Javi. Period. And now she's pissed because, I let you fuck on Tuesday at Wawa World parking lot, girl. The fuck by. Anyway, it's then 2 days later. Okay, now we see the Javi didn't got Lincoln, he didn't got Isaac or whatever. Bam, bam, bam. She then say 2 days later, she's sitting around her little black female friend who I don't know who she is, getting her little two braids put in. It's like, Javi embarrassed me in front of Isaac. Okay, but what happened? What happened, girl? And I'm like, yeah, what happened, Kale? She then say he was at his game or whatever, and I guess she spoke to him, and when he was leaving, he did not speak to her. He also supposedly did not say bye or gave a hug to Isaac. He got to just like iced her out or whatever. And she said he snubbed me, and he left because Lauren was in the car. I'm like, it weren't... Kale... Javi ain't shit for not speaking to Isaac. Let me say that first off. That you ain't shit to not speak to your son. And then she said, Isaac said, well, that was weird. Why is either of y'all doing this shit in front of your son? Javi, why would you not say bye to your son? You ain't gotta fuck with Kale. I get that. Who gives any fucks? But I feel like Kale and Javi puts everyone else into their bullshit. And it's stupid. It's just stupid. Kale is a bitter baby mama when she can't get her way with one of her baby daddies. Chris is the only dude who she never gives that same energy to. She keep fucking Chris, had to have Chris babies or whatever. She make excuses for Chris, but she be banging down bad on Javi and Joe. It's stupid. Okay, Kale, she's a great mom, but she's a bitter ass baby mama. And again, Javi ain't shit. Anyway, we then have Jade. Jade, you live with drug addicts. Okay, I can't even be nice or sugarcoat shit. Jade, you live with drug addicts. Your mom is a drug addict. Your father's a drug addict. Your baby is a drug addict. They are all on drugs. Okay, that is the life that you, for whatever reason, continue to live in. The fact that you continue to have them around is stupid. She brings the power. You know what I'm saying? Sean been gone a week. Her parents still stay with her, ain't paying her no rent, and they're also not helping her with her daughter. I would be damned, okay, if you cause a rift between me and my kid father, who was watching my kid. So now he gone. Y'all here ain't paying me no money and ain't helping my goddamn kid, bitch, and I'm the only one working. Fuck, get out my house. Get out, okay? So because her parents are not helping, she has to take Chloe to daycare, which means she's paying for daycare. She's paying on the bills, and she's having to go work, at her salon or whatever. And so she's just over it. She's over it or whatever. So we then see, she brings up how she just wish Sean could get his shit together, okay? That he was straight up because, you know what I'm saying, he just as bad as her parents. I feel like Sean and Jade will still have drama, but they would have less drama if her parents was not living there. I agree with that. I do agree with that. Now I ain't saying Sean perfect by any means at all, but the discourse between her baby daddy and her parents is crazy. And if you have to work anything out, you should be trying to work things out with him because he is your daughter's father. I don't think Sean back on drugs. I don't. I think he an asshole who need to get a job or something to contribute, but I don't really think he back on drugs entirely. I do think her parents are, but I'm leaving that be. Okay, so she then go pick up her daughter from daycare, and they go like, "Oh, Dad, Dad's still at work. She says in her own little way or whatever. She's like, yes, Daddy's at work, baby. He'll come, he'll see you later on. And Jade is in the front seat of the car crying because her daughter is asking for her father. And she's having to basically lie and say the reason Daddy's not around because he's at work. And, she's realizing I'm having to lie to my kid based on the bullshit that's going on in my life or whatnot. So she later on talks to John on the phone. They talking or whatever. He's saying he was sorry for fighting her dad or whatever, for snapping and going off and whatnot. He still say he didn't do shit. He like, I want to see the video of what they said I did because I didn't do shit. So I want to see what you saw. She said, well, I never watched the video. I say, that's the problem right there. I can't put out somebody based on evidence I haven't seen. If my parents say I have evidence, well, let me see it. What is it? Because let me see so I can properly cuss my man out. The fact that it's been a week and Jade has not seen it, girl, how do you know he did it? Anyway, be like, I'm just tired of being blamed for shady shit that I feel like your parents are doing. He's like, your parents be up all night or whatever because they be high. I'm like, well, Sean, if you up all night, how you know? Are y'all all high together and y'all just crackhead? Girl, I don't know. Let me stop. Anyway, she leans on that, so you can come over so we can talk about it because, Chloe misses you. Jade misses Sean. As toxic as their relationship is, she missed that man. Boom, pow, pow. So when he get there, she's like, look, if you want to be around the kid or whatever, you have to pass the drug test. So here's the drug test on the table. Go take it. He's like, oh, okay. He went in the bathroom. Took the drug test or whatever, he passed it. And says he like, did I pass it? Why are you asking that question? You don't you know you passed? But he passed or whatnot. Now I feel like, if he was on drugs, is it possible he was on drugs a week ago and they are not out of system? Yes. I don't know what drugs he do. And I don't know the time frame that drugs are in your system because I don't do drugs. But anything is possible or whatnot. His thing is like, I just want to say, if you want me around here, just don't ask me to be around your parents. Because she's telling him like, I want you to be around for our kid or whatever. And she was like, I don't even want to be around them. Like, so but we have a kid. We have a kid. Okay, so what I'm saying, we have to work shit out. But I want them to move out because again, they getting on my nerve. We're not paying no rent, and they not helping me at all. So it don't make no sense for me to keep having them here. But we need to be parents to her, and I agree with that. Even though Jade needs to take her goddamn MTV checks and move away, until she does, I applaud her for trying to keep some kind of normalcy of her and Sean in a child's life because she don't want her daughter to not grow up without a father. I get it, whatever. And he like, I'll do whatever I have to do to make it work. I'm like, well, somebody had to stop doing drugs. I don't know who, but someone needs to stop doing drugs. And she needs to ask her parents next week to take a drug test too. And then last up, the clown of it all. Brianna brings up how Lewis has been MIA. You don't really? You don't say. Is he MIA? Is his family MIA? Is everybody MIA or whatever? Anyway, but she brings up how Nova has been spending time or talking to Devon's family since their party or whatever. And the mama been reaching out and whatnot. And so now the mama is going to have Nova come and spend a night at her house for the first time, a little overnight visit or whatever. And then Brianna, like, I just wonder why now. Like, I just wonder, but I guess I can trust it for now. Brianna acts as if she has no hands in the fact that Nova doesn't be around her dad's side too. Brianna was a bitch back in the day. That's where the discourse came from. The fussing came from because she wasn't easy. She ain't easy now. So she was even worse when she was younger. But I'm going to leave that be. So we then see they, and by they I mean Brianna, her mama, her sister, all take Nova to the grandmama's house. I'm like, it take a three of y'all? For like a one night? Okay. Girl, I'm going to leave that be. Anyway, so on a car ride over, Nova do ask, like, when was the last time I saw them? And she's like, it's been like 7 or 8 years, baby. It's been a long time or whatever. But they were at your birth. Like they were when you was, and I feel like Brianna don't talk to Nova about that side of the family, and neither does Devon. They need to, okay? But we're gonna leave that be too. So they get her over there. She seemed fine. They leave her. The next day, the grandma drops Nova off at school, and she's gonna also pick Nova up. But Nova's school calls Brianna, saying that Nova was crying all day in school. Was crying when she got there, whatever, and she was upset and crying for her mama. So Brianna, her mama, went to go pick Nova up from school early to find out why she crying. I'm looking like, what, girl? Anyway, she explains how I was just, crying because I wasn't used to them dropping me off at school. Like, it was just different. And she only cried at school. She didn't cry like the house. She cried at school in Albert City or whatever. So, it's okay. You have to get to know them or whatever. It may be a little bit different, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. So, Brianna, now I feel like, well, maybe it wasn't the right decision to have her go over to whatever you want to say, because she isn't. I'm like, she's 8. It's going to take her a couple times to get used to that side of her family. She's 8. You didn't need to go get her. You could have called. You could have went there and talked to her. I'm going to leave it be. Because Nova will be fine if you allow her to get used to being. Because it's not as if she was uncomfortable around her family. She said it was different for me with them dropping me off at school. And now was it, girl? I can't. So then, because Nova left some stuff at the grandma's house, the grandma, Divine, and I think like the sister comes over. I'm like, be a whole trio. Comes over. And Stella is so happy to see Divine, which to me proves Divine is around much more than Brianna likes to give him credit for, because Stella is attached to him. When the knock, Divine, she knew who it was or whatever. I'm looking like, she doesn't give him enough credit for how he has stepped up in both her kids' life, okay? Because Stella don't even run to Louis like that. And she looked like him. I'm going to leave that be or whatever. Anyway, they come in, they sit down or whatever. Brianna then brings up how Nova was crying. And she then says, Nova, tell him what happened school today. She was crying. I'm like, why are you really putting her on the spot to be honest with these people who you say is a fucking stranger to her, even though it's her grandmama, her auntie, and her daddy? Why not have that conversation with them privately so they know? Maybe tell them whatever your process is to get her ready for school and what you do when you take her to school, so they can kind of mimic what you do so she can feel more comfortable. No, bitch, you want to tell them, you want Nova to tell them why she was uncomfortable. She barely was comfortable telling you. She whispered that shit, girl. Don't force her to be honest around people who she's told you, I'm still getting to know them. Don't do that to her. Don't. That should have been a conversation that you, your mama, and your sister could have had with her daddy, his mama, and his sister. Okay, to be on a common ground. But she don't know how to properly co-fucking parent. But I'm gonna leave that be. Anyway, Nova was like, but grandma, to Devon's mama, I want to come and spend the night at your house again because she had fun. Because some people look like her. Okay, let her get used to them. Oh, heifer. Anyway, she just said, well, maybe it wasn't a bad decision for me to let her get to know them. You think, bitch? You think? Now it's a whole damn episode. Girl, they got me so damn mad up this damn thing. I'm done. Hope y'all enjoyed. Peace.